I think we have to wait a while because I'm worried that it's not recording.
No worries, no worries.
Okay. So I think it is recorded now.
All right.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, morning, Chupah.
Morning.
Thank you so much for your time. Okay,
Mm.
to attend this pre-mediation section before the mediation. As you know, we are going to mediate for
Yep.
this for the damage done by top fresh, the leakage to our composter yard.
Yep.
Okay,
Yep.
so as you are an active member of this Orang Asli committee,
Mm.
and I'm very well aware of what is going on now.
Mm.
Okay, so basically, the damage has been done by the leakage of this uh, fertigation system tank that's situated beside the composter yard, which is owned by this tank is owned by the
Top
top flat.
fresh.
So
Yep.
we have actually asked our lawyers to issue a letter of demand.
Mm.
Okay, damage done, and they have refused to pay. Okay, so that's why we have this mediation section. Okay, where
Yep.
all the parties will come together and then try to sort this out. Okay,
Yep.
and I'd like to ask for your professional advice because you are in charge in the science lab for the
Mm.
analysis
Mm.
and also the NGOs members. So
Mm.
I want to ask for your advice in these matters and what kind of document we have to prove our case.
I think we have carried out an investigation based on the science laboratory analysis, and I guess they found extremely high nitrogen and phosphorus from the sample. And nitrogen and phosphorus could only be, I mean, highly probable than not, it would have actually came from the fertigation system, which was owned by Top Fresh Vegetable Corporation. And the thing is that the nitrogen and phosphorus, basically, they would damage the Orang Asli land itself, lah. I mean, at the compensated yard. So, yeah, yeah, so it has seeped into the Orang Asli composter yard. So I think we have probably quite a good case, but I think as I think we all know, because this is not a court matter, this is more of a mediation. So we want to try and not to say like we must, not to say it's like a winning kind of mentality, but I think we should try and negotiate with the other side to see whether we can come up with a settlement. But based on the report, I do see that we do have a strong, I would say this would be a strong report to put forward during the mediation to basically perhaps not force them into a settlement, but basically it would convince them to basically settle. Now, the thing is that
Mm.
I think the thing is that there's the Orang Asli. What's the Orang Asli's game plan here? Okay, so do they want the 7.5 mil, or is it the interest, and basically the end goal is basically to get the land, basically get rid of the nitrogen and phosphorus in the Orang Asli's land? I think that's something that you would need to ponder about. So yeah, so that's something that you need to ponder about. Yeah.
I'm the leader of I'm the leader of this Orang Asli,
Mm.
and okay, many of them are not very educated and they are
Mm.
doing the plantings at this land.
Mm.
So there may not be confidence to why some are at and all that. So I'm here actually to protect their rights as well. I'm
Understand.
her honestly, but then I have to protect their rights and get what they justified to do to get. They are just
Mm.
get. So
Mm.
from my point of view, okay, and I have consulted the lawyers. Okay, so all from for the damage and all the consequential losses that that's coming, okay, because of this damage. So we have calculated the the damage is at 7.5 million, considering the reparation work. So at this point, I would also like to ask you again on this, what kind of reparation work has to be done on the lands so that these lands, because we have to save the land as well, right? Because we rely on this land so much, so we can't let it go like this. So I have to ask for your advice on this as well.
I guess I don't think it would be about 7.5 million. I mean, if you were to get actually a third party to basically change, not to say change the land, but basically make sure that the land is rid of the phosphorus and the nitrogen, I guess it would actually be lower than 7.5 mil.
What kind of reparation they have to do?
Basically what they will do is that I'm not really sure. I will have to check, but then I did actually ask one of a third party, not a contractor, but basically somebody who specializes in this. And they basically said that actually you don't really need that much basically to maybe you do need a couple of mil, but a couple of millions, but I don't think it will stretch until 7.5 mil. I think maybe at max it's about 4 or 5 mil, basically to run the to make sure that the land is basically fertile. If I'm not mistaken, what they need to do is that they will need to basically pump certain kind of special fertilizers to get rid of the phosphorus and the nitrogen. So I guess that's the reason why I asked whether what's the end game here? Is the end game here to
Okay.
do you want the 7.5 mil in a sense that because as I said, the actual cost to basically fertilize the land, it's not 7.5, it's more of about 4 to 5 mil. So is the game plan here basically to just make sure that the land becomes is the land is get rid of the phosphorus and the nitrogen, or is it that the orang asli wants the land to be rid of the phosphorus and the nitrogen, and at the same time you would want some certain damages from
And
the other side?
yeah, your point are very right. You have give us a very right points at here, because you say the reparation work also needs around few millions to do it, 4 or 5 million. And then, okay, I have also asked the professionals, advice the research done by the scientists, and they have that actually to do the reparation work, they actually have to we need we need times to do it, and we need the materials, and the reparation has to be done by adding some materials like topsoil, cocoa, and then the other one is the the what let me check the go through the documents first.
No
And
worries.
the other one is
Sorry, before that, the orang asli, basically this land is actually to sell vegetables, right? To basically the public.
okay, is to plant the vegetables, and then for Aura Asli, this is our income, where we our income from, and then we also consume the vegetables for our own farm, okay, and we also attract, because of our traditional ways of planting and all that, in an organic way, in a safe and healthy way. We actually attract NGOs also, and the children to come to visit our farm. And this is what we have been doing. And then I believe it is quite good that actually we have attracted NGOs and also children also come to our
Understand.
farms and a visit. Okay, so the reparation works that have to be done, we need to add the materials such as the topsoils, cocoa peat, mixture of organic material to be added to the damaged soil for reparation of the damaged the soil substance. So this process takes at least a year to settle, and the reparation work actually will loosen the earth structure and prevent this is to plant the permanent jungle trees within the designer area of plantations. So these permanent jungles may take a very large space from our lands, okay, and it for jungle trees to grow, it takes maybe decades and many years to grow into large trees and all that. So we will expect that we will have also loss of large
Profits.
aspects of our lands for planting, and then you know the consequences lost by then is we actually lost the income, lost our source of for where we can lost our use of lands and all that. Okay, so main lost, and I think for a year to settle for this for the damaged oils to repair to get totally repaired means that we can't use the land at all, and then
Okay, I
that
understand.
we
But before,
we
sure,
have
but
to
before,
survive. Yeah.
sure, but before that, I do just want to ask, okay, so the land is used to build build a vegetable farm. The vegetables is being consumed by the orang asli themselves. It
Mm,
also provides a source of income for the orang asli because because the vegetable will be taken to sell. And then
mm,
thirdly, you say that the NGOs and all, it will attract NGOs and all to come and visit the
yeah.
farm. Does that mean that you guys get paid as well? That like it's a sort of kind of like a tourism kind of thing that you enter to the orang asli and you pay a certain small amount of fee to the orang asli. So that is also another source of income, is it?
That basically also our indirectly there will be another source of income, because when we attract NGOs, we attract children to our farm. Maybe sometimes there will be a tourism, and then we will guide them and all that, and then they will actually stay in our farms for a few hours and have activities there. Basically, we will earn from there as well. Okay, and then they will buy our vegetables because they bring visitors here and all that. And indirectly, this is actually an advertisement, and that attracts publics to our farms as well, because when children come here means that the plant here is healthy, vegetable here is organic, is healthy, and this encourages the parents to actually buy from our farm as well. Yeah.
Okay. Okay,
Mm.
then I think the next question that we need to ask ourselves is that, okay, I think the main and the game plan here is basically to get the farm fertile, in a way that it's rid of the phosphorus and the nitrogen.
And
But in
then we
order to, sorry,
mm,
yep.
and we also have to also demand back for our consequential loss, like loss of income and all
Of
that.
course, definitely, definitely. So
So
I
adding
would
on that, we are calculating a 7.5 million there, because we have to do the reparation work as well. Unless somebody is going to do that, unless they are going to do that, yeah. Mm.
So I guess perhaps maybe as I actually got a quote, perhaps maybe the reparation work is about 4 to 5 mil, and I guess the 2.5 mil is the consequential loss, which is the loss of income from basically not being able to sell the vegetables and consume the vegetables. I understand that. Okay, so I guess
Mm,
I guess
because we have to tag along the loss of use of land as well, I would think that maybe the reparation work done is not that, because it takes 1 year and they have to plant the jungle trees, and basically when the jungle trees are planted, they just let it grow like that. So I'm thinking that maybe the reparation works can be done by 3.5 millions, but then our loss of income, because we have lost the use of land and all that, maybe is around 4 million or 3 or
Okay, so
3
okay,
million.
I understand. So basically what you're trying to say is that the 7.5 mil
Mm,
constitutes the repair of the land and also the loss of income, consequential
yeah,
loss
yeah.
due to that. Okay, I understand.
Okay.
Okay, just let me try to break it down. I guess the underlying interest here with the Orang Asli is to basically get the land repaired, and basically the Orang Asli should get a certain compensation, or maybe like a
So,
certain monthly income until the
consequence,
land has been fixed or
yeah,
something like that, to the extent
yeah,
lah.
yeah,
Okay,
yeah.
so I guess during the mediation session, I guess we can just, I guess the strongest case that we will put forward is that we have my report to show that basically it's more high probable than not that the nitrogen and phosphorus came from the top fresh. Okay, came from top fresh. And it actually affected our land. I think that's one. That actually also amounts to trespass to land, because that is a foreign object which is entering into our land. So actually we do have a case for that. Of course, we are trying to settle it. So I guess the best, well, I'll say BATNA that we have would obviously be the 7.5 mil. I guess the alternative would be basically, well, we have to see what they offer, because if they do offer to repair the land for us and they do give us basically income to the orang asli until the land is being restored, then I think that is also something that we can consider. But I think moving forward and going to this mediation session, I think what we should do is we should put forward our best case that look, we have issued a letter demand for 7.5 mil. We have a very strong expert report to say that this nitrogen and phosphorus is actually not, it actually leaks from top fresh. Also we can actually pressure them in order to say that, if I'm not mistaken, Top Fresh is trying to get to be a public listed company, and this does not bode well for Top Fresh, because it's not good for a company, I mean, politically as such, to damage the orang asli's land. So that will actually affect them in terms of them getting listed. I think that's a very good point that we should also raise to them.
Yeah, because they are getting they are applying the export license
Correct.
from the government, so
Correct.
this may affect them as well. Yeah.
Correct. So they want the export license as well, and I think they're also getting. Sorry, who was the one who's getting listed? Was it Top Fresh or sorry, I need it wrong. Oh, sorry, that's different. That is Fertiv, sorry, not Top Fresh. So basically, Top Fresh wants the export license. So I guess we can pressure them to say that, well, it's not really that good for you if news does get out that you damage the orang asli land and you're trying to get an export license as well. I think that's the third point that we need to raise. And then any other points that you think that you want to raise besides these three?
Okay. You are making our position very right. Or I know you are here to protect us as well. And what I'm concerned is that what argument they may bring against us, because now because we have issued the letter of demands to this Top Fresh, asking 5 million, and they refuse to pay. Okay, they say the leakage, there is leakage, but then leakage is not caused by them, it's caused by FTV. And then they
It
say
doesn't matter. It doesn't matter, because basically the substance actually came from Top Fresh themselves. If anything, it would be Top Fresh to claim an indemnity against Verti. So it doesn't really matter who is to blame here, whether it's Verti or not. We will still sue against Top Fresh, because the what's that system? The system is actually on their land, which is their system. And basically the thing which was leaked out is basically from them, because they are the owner of the system. So whether they can try to push the blame on Verti, but that is something which has nothing to do with us. Where we are going from is we are just suing. We are not say suing, we are just going after Top Fresh. Yeah.
Okay. And for TV is also might rest that they are claiming that their system has no problem and all that. I know that we have action against yes, Top Fresh, as you say now. We have made our position clear, but I don't think we'll pay at the end. But we have to get the compensations and at least the reparation works, and the losses all all being remedied. Okay,
I
so
guess like Bertie's point of view is that the machines that
mm,
it's not faulty and all things like that. But I think there's another point that we can pressure them to say that. Well,
mm,
I mean, if Top Fresh doesn't want to pay the whole 7.5 mil, they can actually share the 7.5 mil with Verti. So
mm,
basically, Verti here, they are trying to get listed. The company is trying to get listed. So whether or not, what's that? Whether or not that the system is faulty or not faulty,
mm,
um, it would not be good for them if they want to get, if news do get out and they are
mm,
trying to get listed. So
mm,
it doesn't matter whether their thing is faulty or not, because they wouldn't risk it because their company is trying to get listed and they
mm,
are a party in it. So I guess we can apply pressure on them. So that's the other point that we need to hit
yeah.
on Verti.
There
Yep.
is one about the project that was actually awarded, just currently awarded by the government of
Yep.
Malaysia. Yeah, if their previous like project is systems are not working well, then will the government still award the project to this company? Yeah.
Correct.
So yeah, they have raised the problem is they have raised the landslide that they say the leakage was due to the landslide from the farming activities and all that. Do you think that has that will be a very that will go against us and all that? And we
Sorry, can you repeat that again? Sorry.
okay, the 30 fee says that okay, the leakage, the system, the design and construction itself is good, but then they say the leakage happened because of the farming activities at that area that caused the landslide and all that.
The
That's
farming activities you mean the farming activities by Top Fresh, or is it by
uh,
Top Fresh?
that did not mention, just say that area.
Mm,
Uh, but this system, verification system itself, is is installed for farming activities, and top friends themselves are doing farming activities.
mm,
So they have taken the risk, okay, to install such a high-tech system. And Orang Asli has been there for years, decades,
mm,
for
mm,
sisters, and they know that we are there. Okay, we have
mm,
no problem in doing farming activities. We do not face this all the while. And
mm,
they take the risk to install the technology there. They should have actually assess the areas. They should
yeah,
have see that these farming activities, okay, because they installed it, the system is for the farming activities. So they
mm,
should know that there is a such risk of landslide that
mm.
from the farming activities. So I think that that should not blame on the farming activities. That should not just brush this off and say that that is not their duties and responsibility here.
I
Yeah,
understand. I guess if they want to try to pin us on the fact of
yeah,
because of our farming activities, I don't think that's a really good point, because
mm,
Orang Asli has been here since ages, even before you guys set up shop in near us. So
yeah,
it's not the farming activity. The farming activities has always been all right. It's more
mm,
about your system, which
mm,
caused the land yeah, to not be fertile. So I guess that point is also not really a good point from them, because we have a point to counter that.
mm,
Yeah. But I think more or less we got we have points to hit them. Whatever point that they raise, I think we would also be able to rebut. But like I said, it's trying to get what we want
mm,
without going to court. So I guess we will see how they are, but I think we know what is the game plan here. The underlying interest here is basically to get the land repaired and to get income from them due to the consequential losses until the land has been restored. I think that's the game plan here that we need to focus. And whatever arguments that they may raise, we can always argue. We can always explain to them that, look, it's not our fault. It's yours because of all these set points which we have raised, lah. So I
mm,
think we are good for the mediation session, lah. Yeah.
yeah. what I'm concerned is that they just want to delay or just want to secure the export license and the project, whatever they have, and they're just trying to brush us off and maybe
I
they,
understand,
they
but
don't.
of course I understand. But the export license and now, I mean, like if they do that, we can always issue a news press news to say that
Mm,
Top Fresh is the one which is doing this, Everty is doing this and things like that. And coming from an NGO, I think people would believe what the NGO would say lah. So I think
mm.
we have a good case lah. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So yeah, so I think after discuss with you, I think we met our position rights, and we know that we have to. I'm quite I'm quite I'm quite confident that we have a very strong case here.
Sure.
Okay, from your advice as well, and
Sure.
I know that I'm the leaders of this oral asli, so I'm strict here and firm in our positions that we have to protect their rights and voice out for them, because if we are not here to voice out for them, and
Mm.
who will protect them, because people may think that they are not highly educated, and they will just brush them off by pen a penny, and then orang asli is happy,
Mm.
like if you give them some things, and they will just say they don't know what they're supposed to get, and they don't know their legal rights well. So that's why I have come that I have consulted a few parties, and then I know that you're here to help us. Okay, and yeah, if this mediation fail, I know that you are here to help us, and they make complaints and to connect with the international bodies and all that.
Sure,
And
sure,
that is very grateful.
sure.
So yeah. So our position here is clear that we have to get the land, the
Yeah,
damage repaired, and then we have to claim all our consequences, losses, and all that.
correct, correct.
Maybe if they'll try to mark down, they will definitely try to mark down our claim. Uh, uh,
I guess when they try to mark down a claim, we would take it
mm,
as we cross the bridge lah. But I
mm,
think as long as the main thing is to get the land repaired, and I mean the monetary wise, it doesn't matter whether it comes in a form of a lump sum or whether it comes in a form of installments lah. I
yeah,
think
yeah,
that one we can determine when we cross the bridge during the mediation session lah. Because we
yeah,
will also need to see what they have to offer us.
yes,
Mm,
correct.
mm, 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 mm.
And then we have no problems in our case, because we have quite a strong case, and all the arguments that they brought forward as we discussed,
Yeah,
we have our strong strong position, okay,
sure.
and evidence that we are not at fault, and
Correct.
yeah, we have evidence to prove our case, so we have no worry on that.
Mm.
Then our position, and we have discussed our partner and all that. I
Mm.
think we are quite settled. Do you think we have anything to discuss? Yeah.
No, I think right now is to basically just go to the mediation and okay,
Mm.
so I'm not sure whether you're familiar with the mediation process, but
Yes.
normally mediators would you have a joint session, and then the mediator would start off by saying that they're impartial and neutral. And
Mm.
then after that, that's when the mediation would do what you call as probing. So they will basically probe parties to basically I assume that this would be a facilitative mediation, because
Mm.
evaluating mediation is more of, it's not really in Malaysia. Malaysia mostly we incorporate the facilitative mediation. So what they will
Mm.
do is that they will probe parties to basically get them to answer certain questions. And once the mediator has probed certain number of queries and questions from parties,
Mm.
and if they feel that they can somehow come up with a settlement without, they would then ask for a caucus.
Mm.
And that's when after a caucus, then we would put forward our position to the mediator, and then the mediator would try and see whether there's any settlement which can be reached, and then we'll have a joint session lah. So the caucus is actually not limited to just 2 sessions. The caucus, is basically a tool for the mediator to
Mm,
basically maneuver himself, whether like for example, if he wants to know certain things from this party, but this party doesn't want the other party to know.
mm,
So that's the process lah. Yeah.
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 Yeah,
But
I think
anyways, I
maybe.
guess I think we are good for now, and I guess we'll just see how it goes lah. During the mediation session. Yep.
Okay. Right now I also know how the process go, and with
Mm,
you knows about the process go, I think I'm quite confident that it can be it will be smooth, and then we
yeah.
hope that we can actually get what we want in the
Mm,
settlements. Yeah.
mm,
Okay. In the mediation. So
mm.
yeah. That
Okay.
see you in the mediation session. Yeah.
See you. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. Thank you. Cheers. Thank you.
Stop record now.